All right, on this installment of Backstage with Bruff, I thought we'd head back up to the tech booth here and talk to JT, our lighting designer. So, JT, how long have you been doing lighting?
I started doing lighting when I was a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
That was 1985, so we're approaching on a lot of years that I want to think about.
That was
40 years.
3 years before I was born. I'm just going to let that be known. Just let that be known.
And I started, as most people do in the theater, running spotlight and carrying lights up and down ladders.
So JT, how long have you been actually designing lights for Union?
On and off for almost 15 years. I
Okay,
think.
awesome. That's cool. Take us through kind of like what are your design aspects to do the show and make it look great?
Obviously, because I've been here so long, I know the ins and outs of this particular theater. Every theater is very different.
Yeah.
And this theater has a lot of legacy gear, and it's a lot of color. We have so much more color now than we used to be able to have, plus some motion aspects. So it all starts with the script.
Right.
I get the script, I start reading through it. All scripts have the annotations of daytime, daybreak at
Right.
so and so, what time of day, what place.
Yep.
And I start thinking, like for this show, for Anastasia, I start thinking, oh, this is a very, European at a dark time. I'm thinking, in the Bolshevik scenes, there'll be a lot of reds.
Right.
In the Paris scenes, it'll be a lot more light pinks. Still same color,
Right.
but it'll be different. So I start thinking about that. I start looking, obviously there'll be the blue, emotional scenes, the rainy scenes,
Yep.
those are always blue.
Oh, yeah.
So I just read the script, and then I come here and I watch a few rehearsals. I don't sit up at the light board. I don't try not to stand on stage, but I'm thinking about, okay, what lights are going to be best. This show is a little different in that the fact that the whole stage is not open and in
Right.
motion. So there's a few times where we're gonna have to light a good chunk of the stage, but there's also not as much as years past.
Right.
We have some downstage areas, and we have the revolve in the center.
Yep.
And so with those 4 areas, I think I'm going to be more intentional for this show, being more isolating those areas.
No, that would be cool.
Than I have been able to do in the past, because it's just, you don't know where the next scene. They're all so different. You can't focus the lights down when everything's in motion.
Absolutely. So, JT, what is one of your favorite parts of designing a show?
I love it when everything works and I can actually sit down and start programming.
Yeah.
It's the most work, but it's also the most fun, where you can break out of the sciencey part and the making everything work, and you can go into the artistic part. You can really start playing with color, playing with movements, seeing what really fits this time period of the show,
Yep.
what fits the dance and the acting of the show. You can start recommending to the director, hey, what if we had the scrim down for that dream scene?
Right.
And we lit behind the scrim, and it would give us that otherworldly thing, and then when she wakes up, we raise the scrim.
Right. So we're going to wrap up this little installment here. McGee suggested we call this segment Jammin' with JT, even though I said, well, I don't really know if you jam with lights. That's more music, but we're going to go with it. So McGee,
It's really your job.
Right.
Your job is to jam.
Exactly. So McGee, we're going to
You're
be
the jamming
jamming.
on the JT.
Yeah. So I'm jamming. That's JT. So we're going to wrap this segment up. We'll see you guys next time.